when you take a week off like we did, it's amazing to see how things can change from one week to the other. I mean, just for instance, when we left, the Indianapolis Colts, red hot team proverbial team you don't want to face in the AFC playoffs. Now they've got question marks about their quarterback and things like that.
That's
right?
How quickly it happened.
The Minnesota Vikings, we left. They had won 2 straight games and had a lot going for them, and sitting there in the 7th seed in the NFC playoff race. And now 2 losses later, they're eliminated. The Browns were alive. They're eliminated. The Washington football team was alive. They're eliminated. I mean, so on and so forth. I mean, before we left, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were banged up, but at least they had Antonio Brown to fill the role of Chris Godwin. Before we left, the New York Jets were a team that always lost to Tom Brady, and now they're a team that still always loses to Tom Brady. So some things never change, do they?
In this case.
And in this season where things are so unpredictable, and we've been searching for predictability in the NFL media, the national media, however you want to term us here on the program, rational media. We're looking for some sort of sign where we can say this team is dependable. This team is the team that can win it all. This team, like, say, the Dallas Cowboys, play their best game all year against the Washington football team, and then all the problems that we were concerned about, boom, crop up from a team in Arizona that couldn't win. Now they do. Looking for dependability. And I think we have found it, staring us in the face the entire time. With 1 week to go in the longest regular season in the history of the National Football League, we have finally found it. And again, it's been there. The Green Bay Packers are the best team in the National Football League. And I say that knowing the Bengals are red hot, and they just beat the Chiefs, who had the longest winning streak in the NFL going into the first weekend of 2022. Everybody that you could depend on loses. Those who lose suddenly win. The Green Bay Packers are steady as she goes. They have an MVP quarterback who looks like he's going to go back-to-back in that position. They have the best wide receiver in the game, thus the best quarterback to wide receiver combination in Rodgers to Devontae Adams. They have not one but 2 outstanding football players at the running back position. Somebody who can be a two-way threat in Aaron Jones, running it, catching it. Somebody you can roll downhill at the defense to try and batter them. Also take time off the clock and close the game in A.J. Dillon. Do they have other weapons outside of those? Yes. Are they dependable? That might be a soft spot. Defensively, they are opportunistic. Defensively, they can sack you without having to blitz you. They can just put 4 hands in the dirt and go hunt you. They're also not completely healthy and can actually get better by getting some players back. They also have guys off the scrap heap, and Rasul Douglas, who's been terrific. They can beat you every which way, and now you've got to go into their house. And I know Tom Brady went to their house last year, and he can absolutely do it again. But right here, right now, as we're sitting here on the first Monday of 2022, in the longest regular season ever, that would have been over in previous years, right here, right now, with all sorts of coaches who are going to eat it 1 week from today, would have been eating it today. And may still just, who knows?
Yeah, that's not...
But as we are going into the playoffs, the Green Bay Packers are absolutely the team to beat. They are absolutely 100% soup to nuts, all 3 phases, just the best. And I know there's 2 teams, 1 game right behind them, and the Rams and the Bucks, and I know the Cowboys can put it all together, and I know what the Cardinals can do, and I know how the 49ers can perform. I get it. I understand it. But right now, the Green Bay Packers, coaching as well, have got a terrific setup. Matt LaFleur, who's this guy coming from the Shanahan system and from Tennessee. And who's this guy? We're going to bounce Mike McCarthy for this guy. Who's this guy? 13-3, 13-3, 13-3. With an opportunity, because of the longest regular season ever, an opportunity to just get one more. Sort of like that drop that Mike Del Tufo's not hitting right now. Where you need one more, we got one more. Just hit it, Mike. The first Ocean's 11 drop of the year would be just terrific.
You think we need one more?
Yeah.
All right, we'll get one more.
14-3. 14-3. Who do the Green Bay Packers play next week? Oh, yeah, that's right.
Who cares?
Nah, the Detroit Lions at home.
I mean, yeah.
By the way, who never give up. But 14-3. Go beat them. How can you beat them? Great question. Take Davante Adams out. Take one of their running backs out. Get pressure up the middle on Rodgers. Get him frustrated. Keep him off the field. There are teams equipped to do that. But right now, the Packers are without a doubt the best team in the NFL. And we've been searching for who can it be? 1 week it's somebody. Next week it's not. 1 week it's not. Next week it is. Packers, steady as she goes.
Took a while.
They got their asses beat in week 1 by New Orleans. In Jacksonville. Feels like it's a different season, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They lost to Kansas City when Rodgers got COVID and Jordan Love's family was sitting there watching the Royals game. Right? And they lost to the Vikings, who they certainly didn't lose to last night. Oh, no way. Now it's Sean Mannion in there and Kirk Cousins getting COVID at the worst possible time. So that's the setup, because the Packers are going to probably play some of their guys. Matt LaFleur's already said that, because they could give Rodgers and his toe, what he seems to be just fine on, a good 3 weeks off.
Yeah.
But everything's going to have to go through Lambeau Field again, and let's see how it goes. But the Packers right now, their fans, you've got to be ecstatic. Rodgers is the MVP again. He's going to be. He deserves it. He's unbelievable. And Davante Adams, you can't stop him. They could do whatever they want whenever they want, it appears. Well, we'll see what happens when the playoff hits. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.